This is my goldfish Venom, and this is my goldfish Babushka, and today they are going head to head in the greatest pea-eating competition this earth has ever seen. While I prepare the peas, I'm going to go over the rules of the pea-eating competition with you guys. Each goldfish will get 5 whole minutes to consume as many peas as they can. And they're going to be doing this separately. One goldfish is going to go, and then the next goldfish is going to go. This is so that they don't interfere each other and they don't bother each other while they're trying to eat. So the way I'm preparing these peas is I first started by choosing equal-sized peas. We don't want to have an unfair advantage where someone's eating some smaller peas or someone's eating some larger peas. So I chose as equal-sized peas as I could find. And then I'm putting them in some water and I'm putting them in the microwave for 5 whole minutes. This is just to boil them up and to get them a lot softer and easier for them to eat. Another thing I have to do is I have to individually deshell all these peas. And this is basically what I do every single time I feed my goldfish peas. I have to boil them in some water, either through microwaving or on the stove, and then I have to take the shell off each of the peas I feed. This shell is a lot of indigestible fiber. It's kind of hard for them to digest, so we're only focusing on the inside mushy stuff. That's the good stuff. Next up was setting up the battleground, the place where the pea eating competition will take place. I put some tank water in this small viewing tank, and I cleaned up the sides so we can get a clear look inside there. And then I got our first contestant, Babushka. We got her from her little tank, and we put her in the battleground for her to go first. Okay, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I got 3 peas. I did not start the timer until I dropped the 3 peas in, and then I start the 5-minute clock. Right off the bat, Babushka just swam around. She was swimming. And she kept on swimming for a very long time. I was beginning to think maybe she's just trying to, work up an appetite. She's swimming back and forth, exercising super hard. You know what you want after you go to the gym really hard? You want to eat. You want to eat a lot of food. So maybe she's building up some appetite, I'm hoping. But she just went back and forth. At this point, I was getting kind of nervous because I'm thinking to myself, did I just make my followers wait an entire month? Keep in mind, I announced this pea eating competition was happening on November 10th. It's been an entire month. I'm thinking, did I just have my followers wait an entire month to have my goldfish just aimlessly swim around in a tank and not eat any peas? So I was getting a little nervous. I was like, Babushka, you better pull through. And, 5 minutes went by and she did not pull through. So I was thinking, what the heck? What am I going to do? So I left her in the tank until she just at least took a nibble. I wanted her to at least bite one of them, swallow something before I put her back in her main tank. So I set up the time lapse and let her continue with her aimless swimming, just hoping that she'd at least get a nibble, have something to show for. And it happened. It finally happened. If you look carefully, you'll see she swoops into a pile of 3 peas, but when she leaves, there's only 2.5 peas left. She sucked off half a pea from one of the peas, and then after this point, I was like, okay, she at least bit something. I'm going to put her back in her tank. Let's go on to Venom. Now, Venom I had big hopes for. He's a bigger fish. I had put my money on him in the beginning. When I first made the video announcing the pea battle, I was like, I already know Venom's going to win. But let's just do this for fun. But then I got nervous. Again. I felt like he was going to pull a Babushka on me because, again, this guy kept swimming around. But then he did it. He swooped down and he got a pea, but then he spit it out. He spit the pea out, but then he went back down and ate the half a pea that Babushka left. But good old Venom was not done. He was still hungry for more. He had been preparing for this pea eating contest for months. Just after eating the first pea, he looks to the left, and what does he see again? He sees another pea, and he swoops down, and he eats a whole pea. He's now 1.5 peas in, still underneath the 5-minute time frame. At this point, I decided to add some more peas in the tank, just in case he missed the one remaining one, and lo and behold, good old Venom saw another pea, and he swooped in and ate another. This means he's 2.5 peas in the 5-minute time frame, beating Babushka by 2.5. But that's not the end of the story. Venom thought he was slick, thought he could spit out a half a pea without me noticing. No. That brings him back down from 2.5 peas to 2. And, he's still ahead by Babushka by 2 peas. But, maybe he was trying to be an impressive, like, oh, look at me, I'm 2.5 peas ahead. No, you're 2 peas ahead, okay? But again, that's not the end of the story. Guess what Venom does again? He spits out another half a pea. This man is just holding them in his cheeks like a hamster. Part of me is wondering, did he just not eat any peas at all? Is he just holding them in his mouth, waiting for me to put him back in his tank so he can spit it out? But then he pulls a fast one on me. He goes and swallows up a whole nother P, bringing him again up by 2.5 Ps. He's playing with me at this point. By this time, the 5 minutes was over, but I kept him in the tank for a little longer just to ensure he wasn't going to try to spit some Ps out at the last moment. But he did indeed swallow those Ps. He was in there for a good little while, and he did not spit anything else out. So I returned him to his tank. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner was Venom with a total of 2.5 Ps consumed in the 5-minute mark. Babusha's got some explaining to do, not only to me, but to her father, Giga Chad. He's not going to be happy about this one. I don't know how the Chads are going to, reclaim their status and title as, the people that rule the tanks in here. Having Babushka just eat 0 Ps on the Great Pea Eating Contest. I have no words. I did not expect this to happen. I was expecting something. But yeah, this is a very shocking turn of events here. But congratulations to Venom. Venom, you proved yourself to be a good eater. I think you tried cheating a couple times, but you still did win. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our Mr. Clean merch. I'm going to have it linked down in the description. Studies have shown wearing Mr. Clean merch can increase your power output in the gym by 100%. Don't quote me on that.